Betty, I want to show you really quickly how to use Zotero. Zotero works both on your desktop, so this is the version we're looking at, and also online. So when we look at our desktop, the first thing when we're thinking about bringing in articles is make sure we've got, here's my library and here's the groups I belong to, that I have the folder that I want to import articles into highlighted. So I've got that highlighted, the Center for Learning in the Digital Age. Then Zotero also has an online version, and here's the whole picture again. Here's my library, and I can also choose the groups I belong to. So now I've chosen my group, Center for Learning in the Digital Age, so I can see what's there already. And now if I want to do searching, say there's an article that I'm interested in, the first thing I'm going to do, is clean up. Is I like to bring it in as close to possible to the actual container. So for example, I'm going to start by going to library.rochester.edu and searching for fan fiction online, which is by the author is Thomas. And the nice thing about Zotero, and as you can notice, I'm logged in through my VPN, and Zotero is automatically proxying it. That's fine. It won't really matter. So the first thing I notice is here's the article that I'm interested in, and when I come up here, this is my Zotero downloader. And what it's looking at is it's looking at, oh, there's a whole bunch of things you might want to bring in from this page. But right now we're in sort of, because we're in articles and books, we're one step out. So I want to get a little closer to who's presenting the material, who's posting or hosting the article. And so this gets a little closer. We can see that we're right at download PDF. So that's about as close as you can get. So what I'm going to do is click on, now the icon is changed to an article, and I'm going to click on that. It's going to tell me it's saving to Center for Learning in the Digital Age. Here we are. It's showing us what title it's bringing in. And so now this is the process. I'm going to go to my Zotero. I'm going to look up. Here it is. Right now it's being sorted in order of title. So I can tell that it pulled it in as a journal article. It's got the title, it's got the author, it's got the publication. That looks pretty good. It's got a link to get back to. These are all pretty good. One of the things I just want to show you quickly is, say you can also do things from Google Scholar, and sometimes it works really well. Fan fiction online Thomas, there we are. And you can see it thinks, wait a minute, do you want to pull it in? It thinks there might be more things on the page. So if we click on this here and say, yes, bring in that fan fiction online and hit OK, we're going to look back at our Zotero from our desktop. Here it is that came in from Google Scholar. You can see it's a little less information. I'm going to toggle back and forth. So one of the things to notice is the date and the URL we accessed it on, right? We didn't get that. One of the things we might want, since this one looks a little fuller, is if there's an abstract, we can pull in the abstract. This is our one that we brought in from Google Scholar. It just doesn't have that much information. And so, right, you can't always know. Sometimes there's not a whole lot of ways to get it, but it's a good idea to double check, like how much information did it really pull in? Did it pull it in correctly? So I'm going to move this one to trash, the one from Google Scholar. But one of the things I noticed is I might want to add an abstract if we have one available. And it looks like we do. So if we go back here, right, here's the abstract. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to go back to my Zotero on my desktop, and I'm going to paste in the abstract. So now I've got just a little bit fuller, and it's easy to do it that way. If there's anything missing, if we want to add the page numbers, right, it says 226 dash, we can quick check and say 226 to 239. Let's fix that right now too. 226 to 239. And so while these systems are great, they don't always bring in everything perfectly. But now, if I go to my browser and I look at Zotero, right, looking at that group, and if I hit refresh, fan fiction online, and we can see all the information we need to know about it. Right, this gives this gives our group a little bit more to check out. We can add or delete tags as we'd like. So there might be particular tags. This is the tags for the group. We can see all the tags for the group, and we can search within those tags if we like to. We can also search within our group. So if I was looking for things by Thomas, it'll show me, oh, here's this one, if we're looking for particular keywords. So that's how to get started. We're going to have Zotero where we download it onto our computer and we add in this little Zotero icon. It's a plugin and it works for all the different browsers, and that'll make it nice and easy to pull things in together. Thanks a lot.